Roman Reigns' impending WWE return will be short-lived. CM Punk leaked shoving a kid in Saudi Arabia. Rhea Ripley shuts down fans blaming Triple H for her flop. Rhea Ripley speaks out on Chyna Comparisons. Karrion Kross's WWE push rumors exposed as fake. Naomi's wild OnlyFans content ideas after teasing a launch. Mr. Iguana's WWE return status. Mark Henry reveals McMahon is untouchable. WWE was scared to make a major decision with Jey Uso. Let's dive right in. CM Punk leaked shoving a kid in Saudi Arabia. CM Punk, the self-proclaimed voice of the voiceless, is under fire after a video from Saudi Arabia sparked outrage. The clip shows Punk arriving at a fan event with Randy Orton. A young fan, phone in hand, rushed toward Punk, clearly excited for a quick snap with the former WWE champion. But Punk wasn't having it. With a scowl, he pushed the kid back with his hand, brushing past with Orton and a security guard in tow. The moment left fans in disbelief. "Take off that Roman Reigns shirt," Punk reportedly snapped at another fan during a meet and greet at the same event. It's no surprise Punk and Reigns aren't buddies, but airing that at a public fan event? Bold move, and not in a good way. With Punk gearing up to challenge John Cena for the undisputed WWE Championship at Night of Champions on June 28th. This video is stirring up trouble. Was Punk wrong to shove the kid, or was he just keeping his boundaries? Share your thoughts below. What do you make of CM Punk's actions? Rhea Ripley shuts down fans blaming Triple H for her flop. Rhea Ripley is setting things straight, and she's not letting Triple H take the fall for her WrestleMania 40 jitters. In a candid chat on Insight with Chris Van Vliet, the Women's World Champion opened up about the nerves that hit her hard before facing Becky Lynch at WrestleMania 40. It wasn't just the big stage that got to her. Ripley revealed that Becky's strep throat and her own worries about being rusty in the ring sent her confidence into a tailspin. "I feel that pressure all the time. I've said it before, but WrestleMania 40 against Becky Lynch, I was terrified. I worked myself up so drastically that whole day, and I put so much extra stress on my own shoulders with things that they weren't my responsibility. I worked myself up because Becky was sick. And I was like, okay, well, I need to be at 110% so that I can help her wherever I need to help her." She admitted that barely wrestling during her title reign left her feeling out of practice, opening the door to self-doubt. "Then I hadn't had many matches, so I was like, I need this to be a good match. I need people to remember that I can actually go and I can actually wrestle. Because a lot of the times back then, when I had the championship, I wasn't wrestling a lot, and that made me a little rusty. Then I got self-conscious, and I'm just like, I don't want to shot the bed. I don't want to go out there and have a stinker and then have people say, oh, this is why she shouldn't be champion. She sucks. She can't wrestle. She's overpushed. She's Rhea Hogan." I didn't want all of that to start spiraling because it does, and it's hard to escape from. When some fans on social media pointed fingers at Triple H's booking for her lack of matches, Ripley shut it down fast. She clapped back, refusing to let the boss take the heat. He's 100% not to blame. The stupid bully mentality of some people on social media is the blame. Them and the ones that think they can do our jobs better than us, even though they have no experience in this profession or experience in real life. Ripley's point is loud and clear. Online haters, not WWE's creative team, are the real problem messing with her head. Do you think social media trolls hit wrestlers' confidence harder than we realize? Rhea Ripley speaks out on Chyna Comparisons. Rhea Ripley isn't dodging the talk about her similarities to WWE icon Chyna. She's embracing it, but with a twist. In a heartfelt chat with Chris Van Vliet, Ripley addressed how fans keep linking her commanding presence and style to Chyna, especially with her on-screen dynamic with Dominic Mysterio, echoing the legendary Eddie Guerrero and Chyna pairing from WWE's Attitude Era. She's flattered by the comparisons and has nothing but respect for Chyna's trailblazing legacy. "I love them. I do. I really do love them. I think she was such a unique being in this industry, and she really did open up so much for women, especially in gender-wise and just being part of DX and all of that. She's done so much incredible stuff, and she's really someone that I look up to, especially being different, being bigger and bulkier, and just having a different build to a lot of the women. She's someone that I really do look up to, so I'm glad that I get the comparisons. But at the same time, I want to be the first Rhea Ripley." Ripley also shared how her chemistry with Dominic on WWE TV wasn't meant to mimic Eddie and Chyna. It just happened naturally, and fans noticed. The whole storyline with Dom, him being Eddie, me being Chyna, it kind of just flowed. A lot of the stuff that we didn't actually mean to match up with stuff that they did. It just kind of worked out that way. Even just mannerisms, it just came so naturally that that would be what we would do, and we did it, and we'd come back. And then on Twitter, people would have comparisons of us doing it next to Chyna and Eddie doing the exact same thing. And we're like, wow, we didn't even mean to do that. So like, I love that there's that comparison. But at the same time, I want to be like the first Rhea Ripley. With her strength, bold attitude, an undeniable connection with Dominic, Ripley has skyrocketed the Judgment Day's popularity. She's honored by the Chyna Comparisons, but determined to create her own path in WWE. Do you think Ripley is building a unique legacy? Or will Chyna's shadow always linger? Karrion Kross WWE push rumors exposed as fake. Karrion Kross is a fan favorite, and many believe he's ready for a huge break in WWE. But whispers suggested he wasn't getting a big push because he avoids flat back bumps. Those claims have now been shut down. Fightful Select cleared the air, talking to people who've worked on Kross's matches. They said there's never been an issue with how he takes bumps. Nothing like what the rumors claimed. Regarding the online discussion of Karrion Kross not bumping that picked up steam, Fightful spoke to multiple people who produced matches of his, and they claimed that has never been an issue they've encountered. The rumor started when Wade Keller, on a PW Torch podcast, suggested WWE might be holding Kross back because he doesn't take flat back bumps. Keller said that even during Kross's NXT days, after leaving TNA, some wrestlers thought his bumping style could spell trouble on the main roster. They noticed Kross leans to one side when he falls, which could risk injuries. Keller wondered if Kross was scared, uncomfortable, or hiding an injury. I talked about this when he was all the rage in NXT and coming out of TNA. I was like, wrestlers are telling me when he gets to the main roster, nobody's gonna put up with the fact that he doesn't take bumps. He's scared to bump. He doesn't flat back bump. I don't know if he's got an injury or a concern. Kross favors one side, which can cause an injury, so I don't know if he has a pre-existing condition or he's just not comfortable taking bumps. I don't know. I don't have the inside story on that. But I know wrestlers who I chat with about things when I want wrestlers' insight are like, oh right, Wade, you're right when you say Karrion Kross won't be a big star on the main roster, but one of the reasons you are missing out is just watch his next match. He just doesn't really take bumps. It's not that he's slow or plodding or he's not that tall compared to the rosters in TNA and NXT, where his gimmick he needs to be taller than his opponent to make up for the fact that he's not creating movement. A lot of things are working against him. But all that said, I find this current character delightful. With the rumor squashed, attention is now on Kross's big match against Sami Zayn at Night of Champions. This is a major moment for Kross to prove his worth. Did you ever buy into the rumor about Karrion Kross's bumping issues? Naomi's wild OnlyFans content ideas after teasing a launch. Naomi's name is lighting up social media, and it's all because of her wild OnlyFans tease. After hinting at starting an account earlier this week, Trinity Fatu, better known as Naomi, dropped a bombshell on June 26th about what her fans could expect. When someone assumed it'd be standard stuff like bikini pics or gym videos, Naomi shut that down with a jaw-dropping reply. Actually, my content would consist of me dipping my toes in bubbling hot melted Velveeta cheese, eating barbed wire, bugs, and maybe showing how to pull off a heist. Her crazy ideas come after she playfully said she'd need to ask Big Jim for the green light to join OnlyFans, even posting a poll to see if fans thought he'd agree. It seems like a big joke, but Naomi's got everyone talking, wondering if she might actually dive into the subscription world, a path plenty of ex-wrestlers have taken to make extra cash. Whether Naomi's serious about launching an OnlyFans is anyone's guess, but one thing's for sure, her account would be anything but ordinary. Mr. Iguana's WWE return status. Mr. Iguana stole the show at WWE x AAA Worlds Collide, and his few appearances since have kept fans hungry for more. Everyone's wondering when he'll pop up on WWE TV again, and now we've got some answers. In a chat with Denise Salcedo, Mr. Iguana opened up about his current focus and what's next. He's all in with AAA right now, gearing up for huge events like Triple Mania in August, Verano de Escandalo, and Hall of TV tapings. He also hinted that the growing partnership between WWE and AAA is making things exciting with all the crossover action. I'm just here focused on AAA because I'm still working for AAA. We have a Triple Mania coming in August, we have Verano de Escandalo coming, we have Hall of TV tapings coming, and with this new alliance forming with WWE and AAA, it's becoming very interesting. All the matches that are happening. He shared that he was invited to the June 3rd NXT episode, where he sat in the crowd with Psycho Clown and Wagner Jr., even appearing in a video with Shawn Michaels. While he's ready for WWE to call him up anytime, his heart's with AAA for now, soaking up every moment. So, I got invited to NXT to be in the crowd the following week along with Psycho Clown, Wagner Jr. We were there with Shawn Michaels' video. So, we're always open to the call from WWE to call us to go or something, but meanwhile, we're focused on AAA. We're focused on enjoying this moment for us. Word is, Mr. Iguana is close to sealing a deal with WWE that'll bring him back to their shows more often. When he does return, it's bound to be a big deal. What kind of match would you love to see Mr. Iguana in next on WWE? Mark Henry reveals McMahon is untouchable. Vince McMahon's next steps are anyone's guess, but WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry isn't sweating it. In a straight-talking interview with Forbes' Alfred Konuwa, Henry was asked what's next for McMahon after his legal troubles and stepping back from running WWE. His answer? With McMahon's massive fortune, he's free to do whatever he wants, no matter what anyone thinks. I have no idea about Vince McMahon's future. I have zero idea, but I'm going to tell you something. If I had $7 billion, I would do whatever I wanted to do, and nothing you or nobody else was going to stop me from doing it. Henry also pointed out that McMahon never went to prison over the allegations against him, which in his view gives McMahon a clean slate to keep calling the shots however he likes. So he can do whatever he wants. He didn't go to prison. The world is very forgiving. McMahon left WWE's leadership earlier this year amid lawsuits and heavy criticism, but the wrestling world keeps wondering if he'll creep back into the business or start something new entirely. Henry seems to think McMahon's money and power make him unstoppable. Do you think Vince McMahon will try to make a wrestling comeback, or should he stay out of the ring for good? WWE was scared to make a major decision with Jey Uso. Jey Uso's time as World Heavyweight Champion was cut short at just 51 days, and some say WWE dropped the ball big time. After winning the title at WrestleMania 41, main event Jey was stuck feuding with Logan Paul before losing the belt to Gunther in a rematch. The way WWE handled Jey's run left fans and insiders scratching their heads, and Disco Inferno thinks he knows why. On K100 with Conan and Disco Inferno, the WCW veteran called out WWE for playing it safe. He said wrestling companies often pair new champions with mid-level stars instead of big names, and WWE was too scared to put Jey in the ring with top dogs before he lost the title to the ring general. So, they do this constantly. They treat the belt like a prop. They don't treat the belt like something that should be respected and people should be striving for. It's like Jey Uso has a belt, and guys like Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, they should all be gunning for Jey Uso. Every company, including WWE, constantly does this. They give the guy the belt because you're scared, because you don't want your top guys to lose to him and stuff. You're not gonna do that. You put him with characters that he should beat, Inferno said. Jey Uso shot to stardom after breaking away from his twin brother, Jimmy Uso, and the Bloodline on Friday Night SmackDown. But not everyone's happy with how WWE has booked him. Rikishi Fatu, Jey's father, was especially upset. On his Rikishi Fatu Off the Top podcast, the 59-year-old legend voiced his frustration when WWE announced a title match between Gunther and Goldberg for Saturday night's main event in Atlanta, just a week after Jey lost the World Heavyweight Championship on Raw. We all know that's got to be nothing but the bag. Is Goldberg able to give that type of a match to justify the heavyweight belt? I mean, this belt has prestige on it, right? How do we get the belt back to Jey, and then we say, okay, we're going to get Goldberg? Let's go get Goldberg. You're next. And then he comes through. I don't know, man, Rikishi said. What's next for Jey Uso in WWE? It's anyone's guess, but it's sure to be a wild ride. Roman Reigns' impending WWE return will be short-lived. Roman Reigns, the only tribal chief, hasn't been seen on Raw since the episode after WrestleMania 41. With SummerSlam season heating up, the OG Bloodline leader is expected to storm back into WWE, ready to clash with Seth Rollins and maybe even derail his Money in the Bank plans. But don't get too excited. Here are 3 reasons why Reigns' return might fizzle out fast. Reigns has been a part-timer for years, showing up only for the biggest moments. Last year, Cody Rhodes ended his 1,316-day reign as undisputed WWE champion, a crushing loss. Yet, the head of the table didn't return until SummerSlam 2024 in August, swooping in to save Rhodes from the new bloodline. His first match after that, not until Bad Blood in October. Even with limited appearances, Reigns remains a massive draw, but his time on TV is always short and sweet, keeping his story moving from one WrestleMania to the next. While Rhodes grinded year-round, winning back-to-back Royal Rumbles for WrestleMania 39 and 40, Reigns kept his presence huge with minimal matches. He holds the record for the most WrestleMania main events, 10, like it's his tradition. With Rollins in his crosshairs again, WWE might build their feud for a final clash at WrestleMania 42. Reigns could shake things up, take down Rollins, then vanish again, or get crushed by Reed and Breakker, only to return with a fresh plan. On top of that, Reigns is juggling Hollywood. He's landed a major role as Akuma in a live-action Street Fighter movie. Filming could easily clash with his WWE schedule, pulling him away right after a comeback. He was already busy shooting The Pickup, set to hit Amazon Prime Video on August 6th, 2025. Will Reigns' return be a quick hit before he's off again? Only time will tell.